178, number 185. So P over Q, PQ, 2P plus Q, 2 times P plus Q, and 3P over Q. So if P is an even integer and Q is an odd integer, which of the following must be an odd integer? So P is even, Q is odd. So there's really no figuring we can do before we get to the answer choices. We actually just have to examine them one by one. This one, it's absolutely essential to know some basic number properties, especially how even numbers behave when, well, how even and odd numbers behave. But in particular, we're looking for the one that must be an odd integer. Let's choose P over Q. Now, you can pick numbers or you can just kind of reason your way through. P divided by Q, an even number divided by an odd number. If P is a multiple of Q, so let's just say P is 6 and Q is 3, 6/3, that would equal 2, which would equal an even integer. Which rules out answer choice A. We're looking for the one that must be odd. On top of that, what if P is 2 and Q is 3? That doesn't even equal an integer. So, and we're looking for the answer that must be an odd integer. So answer choice A, you have let us down. Answer choice B, P times Q. One important thing that, again, if it were legal, you'd want to have tattooed on your arm, is that an even number times anything, well, an even number times any other number, even integer times any even integer will give you an even integer in the end. Even number times anything gives you even. So if P is even and Q is odd, it doesn't even matter whether Q is odd or even. Even times anything is even. So answer choice B is not the one. Because again, we're looking for the odd one. 2P plus Q, 2 times, so again, this is even times anything is even. But then we have to add Q, which is odd. Even plus odd, just do 2 plus 3 in your head, gives you 5, which is odd. Even plus odd is always odd. So answer choice C is looking like our awesome answer choice, but we should double check to make sure that we're not missing something obvious. 2 times P plus Q, this is again even times anything. Gives us an even number, so it's not answer choice D, because 2 is an even number, so no matter what was in the parentheses here, it was going to be even. And once again, choice E, not only, so the numerator is going to be even, because P is even, so 3, this has both the even times anything thing going for it. It also has the possibility of not even being an integer. Full right. Maybe not integer. So it's not answer choice E either. So the only one that must be odd is answer choice C, the one that looked attractive to us originally. On the real GMAT, especially if you're pressed for time, you could have just stopped after answer choice C, and if you felt pretty confident of your reasoning, and then saved yourself the time of going through the remaining 2 answer choices. All right. Last one on page 178, number 186. 3/4, 5/6, 11/12, 7/6, and 11/6. Drum X is 1/2 full of oil, and drum Y, which has twice the capacity of drum X, is 2/3 full of oil. If all of the oil in drum X is poured into drum Y, then drum Y will be filled to what fraction of its capacity? Just a little reasoning here. So drum X is half full. Drum Y. So drum Y has twice the capacity. So half of X would be 1/4 of drum Y's capacity. So drum Y is twice drum X. So 1/2 of X equals 1/4 of Y, because it's twice as big. So we just add these two fractions together. We have the original amount that Y is full. Y is 2/3 full. And the amount in X amounts to 1/4 of what Y would be if it were left alone. So 2/3 plus 1/4, they have a common denominator of 12. So we have 8/12 plus 3/12 equals 11/12. Drum Y is 11/12 full. Answer choice C. Okay. On to the next page. Page 179. Question number 187. If X is, oh wait, I should put the answers in. I like to have the answers in first just so I can kind of not interrupt the flow of the description of what's going on, to pause and write things in. If there were an easy way to preload all of these without having, 15 to 20 separate image files, we would probably do that, but it's actually just easier to have me write them in and have you just pause and take deep breaths while I write in answer choices. Okay, so if X is greater than 0, X over 50 plus X over 25 is what percent of X? So X over 50 plus X over 25. So remember that percent equals, we'll use Y because X is already being used, some number over 100. That's what percent means. It's a number per 100. The cent, the C-E-N-T in percent, it's related to our word century. It's from the Latin word for 100. So percent is just shorthand for saying out of 100. So we can just convert each of these two fractions into 100ths, and those will be the percents. So X over 50 is the same as 2X over 100, plus X over 25 is the same thing as 4X over 100. So that equals 6X over 100, or 6/100ths X, which is the same thing as 6% of X. Answer choice A. (179), number 188. So we have 4, 2, -4/3, -2, and -4. So if the operation symbol is defined for all a and b by the equation a symbol b equals a squared times b all over 3, then 2 symbol times the quantity 3 symbol -1 equals what? So the symbol appears twice, so we're going to need to do it 2 times. 1, 2. And we follow our order of operations. Parentheses come first, then exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Those don't really matter here, except for the parentheses. Parentheses come first. So the first one is going to be the value within the parentheses. We substitute A for, or 3 for A, and -1 for B. So the first operation then is 3 squared times our value for B over 3. It's always over 3. So 3 squared is 9 times -1 equals -9 divided by 3. So the whole thing equals -3. That value now represents B in our second time. So in this one, a equaled 3 and b equaled -1. In the second one, a equals 2 and b equals -3. So a squared gives us 2 squared times b, which is -3, all over 3. 2 squared is 4. 4 times -3 is -12. Denominator stays the same. -12/3 is the same thing as -4. Answer choice E. Symbol questions. Once you get over the mental block of just substituting values in, remembering that, what number you're using for A and B in each case, symbol questions can be among the easiest ones on the GMAT. They don't give them to you very often, but, and when they do, it would be great if you could say, yay, a symbol question, I love these because I always get them right. That would be great. Actually, that'd be great if you did that for every question, but well, no, there's no but. You can do that. All right, so 179, 189.